We have some major breaking news. It has been announced that Kasey Kahne will make his comeback to NASCAR and run an Xfinity Series race at Rockingham Speedway with Richard Childress Racing. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel and welcome back to the video. As I said in Sunday, we got some pretty massive and shocking breaking news that has been announced that Kasey Kahne will make his return to NASCAR. It was announced this morning that Kasey Kahne will drive in a third Richard Childress Racing car in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in the number 33 car for Richard Childress Racing at Rockingham Speedway. Here's the announcement from RCR. Richard Childress Racing announced today that veteran driver Kasey Kahne will pilot a third entry for the storied organization in the NASCAR Xfinity Series event at Rockingham Speedway on Saturday, April 19th. Kahne will drive the number 33 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet when NASCAR returns to the Rock for the first time in over a decade. I'm excited to get back behind the wheel of a stock car, especially at a place like Rockingham, said Kahne. Rockingham has been a special track throughout my career. I remember winning the Truck Series race in 2012 when the sport went back there last. So to be part of the current return is cool. Very appreciative of the opportunity Mr. Hendrick, Richard, and everyone at RCR have given me, along with the support of HendrickCars.com, Chevrolet, Curb Records, and Caravan Trailers. I look forward to hitting the track next weekend for the test. Here's what Richard Childress said about Kasey driving for them. Kasey is a great driver and a fierce competitor. Our Xfinity Series program is top-notch, and we look forward to watching Kahne race with Austin Hill and Jesse Love for an exciting return to Rockingham Speedway. With Kasey behind the wheel, we expect the number 33 to have a shot at winning the race. Kahne is a great friend, incredibly talented driver. We're proud of HendrickCars.com aboard with him at Rockingham. It's going to be exciting to see him return to NASCAR. It's such a special track and a great team, said Rick Hendrick. I have tremendous respect for Richard and everything his organization has accomplished. We look forward to seeing Kasey return to NASCAR, what promises to be a memorable weekend for the sport. This is something that I did not expect. The last time Kasey Kahne competed in NASCAR's top three divisions, I believe, was in 2018 when he drove, I believe, for Levine Family Racing in the number 95 Chevy. Before that team switched over to Toyota to have Matt DiBenedetto behind the wheel. He ran for most of 2018, but at the time announced retirement from racing. But over the last couple years, going back to 2 years ago, Kasey had been open about maybe making a potential comeback to the sport. Now, Kasey Kahne has had a ton of success at Rockingham Speedway. In his second ever NASCAR Cup Series race at the racetrack, or second start in his NASCAR Cup Series career, Rockingham, he came very close to winning at that track, had one of the dominant cars at the event, and he finished second by nearly 6 or 7 1/1000ths of a second. Then they talked about his truck return to the track in 2012 when they returned there for the first time since, I believe, 2001 or something like that for truck competition. Kasey Kahne was the first driver to win the truck race there in the number 4 Turner Scott Chevrolet. And now to see Kasey Kahne coming out of retirement and coming back to the sport is absolutely incredible. And he's going to be with a very strong and competitive team. We know that RCR's NASCAR Cup Series program may not be as strong, but their Xfinity program has been exceptional over the course of the last couple years, especially. Austin Hill picked up 2 or 3 victories in 2024, including at homestead Miami Speedway to get to the championship and also won at Daytona and Atlanta as well. She swept Atlanta, got 4 wins last year in 2024. While Jesse Love was able to pick up a single win at Talladega Super Speedway. Probably should have won that spring race at Atlanta and had a really solid rookie year to the point where he beat Shane Van Gisbergen at the end of the day to win the Rookie of the Year honors. And we knew there was going to be a third RCR NASCAR Xfinity Series car, so it's really great to see this car making a comeback in 2025. The big question is going to be what other drivers could get behind the wheel of his 33 RCR car. Maybe Will Brown, perhaps. Will Brown's been open to running a couple NASCAR Cup Series events. We know he's in the running to make some starts potentially in the Cup Series with the team, so could he get an opportunity? That is certainly possible. And I have heard Kyle Busch's name mentioned as a possibility. I've heard he may make some starts at RCR in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in the number 33 car. He did run that car at Charlotte last year, and Kyle Busch had really good pace and speed, led a ton of laps in the event, was up front contending for the win. Chase Elliott inevitably ended up winning the race, but we saw that number 33 car be very, very strong and competitive, and I believe Andy Street is going to be the crew chief of this car, as Andy's going to be fully focused on doing some cup stuff in the 33 RCR Cup car. And could this lead to Kasey Kahne potentially going up and running in the Cup Series with the 33 team. I think that now is certainly a possibility. To see that Kasey Kahne is going to be working with drivers like Austin Hill, Jesse Love, two really talented drivers in my opinion, is going to be very fun to watch. Now, what are my expectations for Kasey Kahne in this event at Rockingham? I think he's going to have a good chance to win realistically. Like I already mentioned and said, Kasey Kahne is one, going to be with a really strong team in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, but number two, this is a team that's very competitive, and Kasey Kahne is really good at Rockingham. He's been there good every time we've been to the track. He's been competitive in Xfinity competition. He's going to do the test at Rockingham, and I think that Kasey has a really solid chance and a really strong opportunity to pick up the victory. Now, he's going to have a lot of competition he's been going up against. Guys like Connor Zillage, Carson Quaffle Jr. Motorsports, Justin Allgaier, Sammy Smith, William Sawalich, Taylor Gray, Nick Sanchez is going to be a full-time rookie this year, Christian Nequez, Josh Williams, Daniel Dye, people this upcoming year like Harrison Byrne, who goes and replaces Haley Deegan in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Matt DiBenedetto is going to be in this event. You're probably going to have some Cup drivers that could be interested, like a Kyle Larson who could run, or a Chase Elliott perhaps, or even a Martin Truex Jr. Martin Truex Jr., we have heard, is supposed to make a start at Rockingham in the Xfinity Series of Joe Gibbs Racing, so I think that's going to be a strong competitor. And you can't forget some of the other big names that are going to be in the series, like Sheldon Creed and Sam Mayer, who I think are going to be very competitive in this event in 2025. And maybe Eric Almirola too, perhaps, as well. But I gotta say, it is so incredible to see a driver who, in my opinion, should be considered a NASCAR Hall of Famer, one of the best drivers in the 2000s and early 2010s. It's pretty awesome to see someone that a few years ago that we didn't even know for sure if they ever were going to come back to the sport, who, of course, has been competing full-time in the High Limit Series, which is Kyle Larson's series. It is pretty awesome to see that Kasey Kahne will be coming out of retirement to race in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I really hope this is not the only start we get to see Kasey Kahne run. If it is the only start he runs, it is what it is, but it's just a really cool story to see a guy who was really good in the 2000s, early 2010s make a comeback in return. Really happy to see this news, and I think he will be super fast and very, very competitive with Rich Schultz Racing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series event at Rockingham. I look for him to be one of the guys to watch out for. They've got a really strong Xfinity program. We'll see what he can do with RCR in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Rockingham. We'll see how things go with RCR. So, that is going to be today's special news video on Kasey Kahne returning to the Xfinity Series. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go some more of that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. You think Kasey Kahne has a chance to go win the race at Rockingham or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And how excited are you to see Kasey Kahne come back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. There will be another news video dropping on the channel later today, probably near the middle of the afternoon at this point. On Saturday, we're going to have the sponsor silly season video dropping. If there's any other major news that does break throughout the day, we'll discuss here live on the channel. We're going to have content around people like Haley Deegan, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Shaman Gisberger, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, William Byron, you name it, Cletus McFarland, Matt DiBenedetto, Frankie Muniz, all the good stuff on the channel as we get close to the rest of the year. There'll be a review on the Rolex 24 this weekend, and then, of course, on Monday, there should be a NASCAR news video, along with the fact that we also will have some other content dropping on the channel very, very soon. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.